Y'all, there is too much going on. Let's talk about it.
I came to vibe, you came to function, just do that, baby. Don't worry about nothing, no.
What's good, y'all? It's your boy Bright here, the R&B Kid, and I'm back again with another episode of The Drop for y'all. I know it's been so long since I've done one. I'm sorry, but I'm back with another episode for y'all. Oh yeah, first off, happy Black History Month, by the way. Shout out to all my brothers and sisters out there. Shout out to all my kings and queens out there who are just trying to do their best to just live every day, be great. Shout out to my ancestors who have paved the way for us, and shout out to our generation who's doing our thing, and shout out to the kids coming up who are gonna learn from what we do, and just continue the torch of greatness and excellence. So happy Black History Month. Shout out to my black people out there in the world. I love y'all. But yeah, man, so hopefully this is a great month. All right, y'all, so off of Black History Month, let's get into the video. Welcome to episode 17 of The Drop. I haven't done one in a while, but I had to sit down and do one for y'all because there's so much going on, and like I always do for every drop episode, I'm gonna talk about recent hot topics, movies and TV shows I'm watching, and also music I've listened to that I want to talk about. So let's get into it. And for today's meal, I have Chipotle for y'all. As you can see, I got my Chipotle order here, my guac and chips. I got some juice, just some nice Korean apple ocean spray. Crack. Shout out to my fellow ocean spray addicts. I see y'all. But yeah, man, for my Chipotle order, I have, mind you, this is half of my burrito bowl. I had to put in a separate plate because, like I said, this is half of my burrito bowl. But I had a burrito bowl that was brown rice, barbacoa, and I had the medium salsa, tomatoes, corn, lettuce, pinto, and black beans, and yeah, I think that's pretty much it. That's pretty much what I have in my order. Yeah, and onions and stuff like that too. So yeah, a whole lot of goodness. Shout out to Chipotle. It's gonna be good. I'm excited. But yeah, before we get into the mess, let's first want to start the video by giving a rest in peace to so many of the icons and legends we lost last month. Rest in peace to Larry King. Rest in peace to Cloris Leachman. Rest in peace to Cicely Tyson, especially Cicely Tyson. We lost a legend, last month, and it's just. At the end of the day, it was a very bittersweet loss because obviously we lost Cicely, but at the same time, she lived a beautiful, long life, as did Larry King and as did Cloris Leachman. So I just want to, give a shout out to those legends we lost last month. Thank you guys for the beautiful work you guys left behind. Thank you guys for your lives. Thank you for your work, your brilliance, and your dedication to your craft. Rest in peace to all of those people. Again, rest in peace to Larry King, rest in peace to Cloris Leachman, and rest in peace to Cicely Tyson, Queen Cicely. Thank you for everything you gave us. Amazing. Brilliant career, brilliant life, and you will be sorely missed. Rest in power, Queen. Rest in power. All right, y'all, so let's get into the video. The first thing I want to talk about is how much of a crazy month January was. I feel like January is always showing its, at least for this decade, January continues to show its ass for this decade so far. Last year we lost Kobe. This year, someone tweeted it too, but it's true. I don't know who tweeted it, but someone tweeted it, and that the 4 Wednesdays we had in January, something crazy happened every Wednesday, and it's true. The first Wednesday in January was the riots at the Capitol. The second Wednesday in January was Trump's impeachment process. It started that Wednesday, or it was finalized that Wednesday, whatever. And then the Wednesday after that, we had Biden's inauguration, which is a great highlight. And then the Wednesday after that, we had the whole Reddit, stocks drama with GameStop, ABC, and all that stuff. So January was a crazy month in the world. A lot of stuff happened. Oh my god. This guac is so good. For anybody who doesn't know me, I love guacamole. I'm a guacamole addict. I love guac. Ooh, this guacamole is good. They seasoned it. It's creamy. Gosh. Okay, Chipotle. Yeah, man. This guac is good. In January, we had all those things go down. Can you believe it? This is what I'm gonna say. Okay, so for the riots happening at the Capitol, white people. Not all y'all, because I love a lot of y'all. All the white people in my life that I love y'all. But for white people who still have not gotten with the program and who still be on this bullshit with racism, sexism, all this other stuff, all y'all white people who just do the fucking most, I have a message to y'all. Listen, man, to the less than whites in our community, I need y'all to understand 2 things and just have it seep through your mind. 1, Trump lost. And 2, the colors are here to stay. Point blank in the period. Get those two things through your mind and just start to accept them and live with those two facts. I'm gonna say it again. For the less than whites who continue to be about this bullshit in our society and who continue to hold all of us back with all of your oppression and your blatant racism and stupidity, I'm gonna say it again. Trump lost, and the coloreds, the blacks, the browns, we're here to stay. We're not going anywhere, okay? So get with it. The riots of the Capitol, that was fucking bananas. Like, what's wrong with y'all? Like, Trump lost. Get over it. Like, come on. Y'all know if it was black and brown bodies that would have stormed the Capitol, it would have been murder on sight. Come on. And then Trump getting impeached next week, which is hilarious. I ain't gonna talk about that because, you know, what else is there to say? Good riddance. And then Biden's inauguration. I already talked about that in my I think in my Shanti and Keisha Cole video. Shout out to Joseph Biden and shout out to Kamala Harris. I wait for y'all to do right by our nation. It's not gonna be perfect, it's not gonna be smooth, but I'm hoping that y'all can bring some maturity and sense back into this nation. You know, so do what y'all gotta do. And man, I'm not into stocks, but I'm planning to get into them soon. I have a lot of friends who are into it, so they've been putting me up on game even before all this Reddit and stock drama happened. So I'm gonna get into stocks soon. But wow, what a moment in history, what a moment in time. Like America has always been about the little man getting fucked over while the big corporations are able to get easily bailed out and able to easily get support financially. Nothing new. This is nothing new. But I'm surprised that that Robinhood really said, you know what, we're gonna stop this. Allegedly, the reason why Robinhood had to stop the free market for those particular stocks is because they couldn't afford to take the hit. But it's called a free market, so it's just crazy that in the free market things can just stop the market whenever they want and stop trading whenever they want. I never really knew about short selling before all this stuff happened, but now I'm kind of familiar with it. And I definitely plan to get into stocks, like I said, at some point, because I'm realizing that even though I have like a Roth IRA, I have life insurance accounts, I have all that type of stuff, which is good, and all that stuff is building money over time. But I feel like it's not gonna do as well as just having good stocks can. So I'm looking forward to learning more and trying to get into stocks more, so I can just have that wealth build exponentially over time. Because that's how rich people get richer. They just be doing stocks, and I'm really glad that now a lot more of black and brown people are really opening their eyes to the power of the stock market, because I've always known about the stock market but never really got into it, like I said. But I'm gonna definitely get into it soon, because I learned a lot over the past couple weeks with all this Reddit, and Robinhood drama. But I think I'm gonna try out Webull or Fidelity, but let me know if y'all have any other recommendations for any of the apps I should try. But yeah, Robinhood, y'all can go choke. All right, man. Let's talk about DaniLeigh. Yellow bun, that's what he wants. Can you talk about that trash ass apology? Yeah, I was in the studio, turning up, I be getting lit. I make my little songs, and I saw about, the fact my man, he wanted yellow bun, that's what he want. Like DaniLeigh. Oh, this was good. Damn, this was good. Oh, this food is so good, y'all. Woo, amen. DaniLeigh, at your big age, you over here making anthems for light-skinned people, and your apology was so messed up, because there's nothing wrong with you loving who you are. There's nothing wrong with you wanting to celebrate your skin tone and your beauty and all that stuff. There's nothing wrong with that. But we don't need anthems for light-skinned people, because light-skinned people have always had the upper hand. Whether we're talking Asians, Latinos, blacks, it don't matter. Light-skinned people in every culture, in every nation of this country, they are always able to advance higher than darker-skinned people. That's just been the truth of society since the dawn of time. So why are you making a song celebrating your light skin as if that's and her thing was oh, well, there's been songs for years about all types of skin tones. And yeah, there have been songs about, a brown skin girl by Vanessa, an NDRE brown skin. There have been songs about brown skin people, because brown skin people deserve those anthems, because they've been put down in society for so long. I already made a video. I was talking about how darker skinned women in the music industry have always had to struggle to fight to be at the same place that their light skinned counterparts are at because of their skin tone. When we look at people like Kelly Rowland and Brandy and Normani and Justine Skye and so many other people, they've all been struggling to be at the same place people like, you know, Beyonce or Alicia Keys or, you know, whoever else is at because of their skin tone. And there are those people that do make it through, like a Megan Thee Stallion or like a SZA. Those people that make it through, but for the most part, as we've seen historically over society, especially when you look at the entertainment industry, darker skinned women have always had to fight harder to push through being clearly black. When you're an ambiguous woman, it's easier for you to get through the industry because the industry favors lighter skinned artists. They're easier to market, they're easier to promote. That's the image that they want to push onto everybody in the world. Lighter skin is better. So of course, we want to support and we want to hear an anthem about brown skinned people because they've been oppressed for so long. As a brown skinned man, I don't even have it as bad as my brown skinned sisters. Like, you know, that's my privilege. I'm brown skinned, but I would never have it as bad out here in the corporate world, or if I was to somehow become an artist tomorrow, I wouldn't have it as bad as if I was a woman. You know what I'm saying? So for you to be a woman, and to be a light-skinned woman, instead of you to just be honest about the fact that you're making a song to get at your boyfriend's, you know, baby mama, and just be honest about it, you want to act as if, oh, I just want to make a song to be, you know, to support my light-skinned baddies, and I also make a song to, you know, to strengthen my love of myself. Like, no. You wanted to get at the baby's baby mama because she's dark skinned and because you feel like you're better than her because you got her man. You know? And the process ended up looking stupid because when you finally apologize, you don't even apologize the right way. Like, where the hell are all the PR teams? Where are the PR teams? DaniLeigh, where are your friends? Who is your inner circle? Where are your PR teams that can help you say, nah, sis, that ain't it? That's not the apology you need to go to the world. You need to say, I'm sorry for making that song. My intention was not to offend people. Dark-skinned people have been oppressed for so long in this world, and my song is an example of how we continue to contribute to that narrative. And I'm sorry for that, and I didn't mean it. And I take it back, and I love and I support all my brown-skinned people out there. But you wanted to say, oh no, I didn't mean like that. Y'all don't know who I am. I got a brown-skinned man. I got brown-skinned friends. Like, no, you sound like a white fool. That's like, you sound like white people when they say, oh, I got black friends. You know what I'm saying? And DaniLeigh, the funniest thing about this whole thing, you're not even black. You're not even black. You're not black. You're not light skinned. You're not yellow bone. Yellow bone refers to people who are of African origin, who are lighter skin, who have skin that resembles yellow skin tone. You're not even black. You're Dominican, DaniLeigh. Like, what the hell? So yeah, man, that was trash. DaniLeigh, I know you're better than that. So I don't want to cancel you and put you down because we've had enough in that in this society that we live in, and that's played out. But accountability needs to be more present from our so-called celebrities and influencers. It's okay to make a mistake, but just be accountable for your bullshit. Just be accountable, and don't be defensive and don't say, oh, y'all don't understand who I am. Y'all don't get me. No, do that. Learn. Do the education, do the reading, learn why you messed up, learn from the people around you, and just be accountable for your mistakes and move forward. I'm sick of artists fucking up, and then they say, oh, you don't know me, and oh, I don't care, only God can judge me. Like, nah, stop doing that. That's whack as hell. At your big age, you made a mistake. Be accountable for your mistake and move forward. And just be sorry and do better. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. Yellow bone, that's what he want. Nah. And then DaBaby, I'm gonna get at you too, because I rock with DaBaby. But you put them yellow dots under her comment, that was whack, bro. You got a whole beautiful brown skinned daughter. Stop playing. There's nothing wrong with having a preference for a certain skin tone or, you know, for certain features. Everyone has their preference, that's fine. But don't let it be rooted in oppression. Don't let it be rooted in prejudice, and don't let it be rooted in like just oppressive and really like dark and messed up ideologies about beauty. You know what I'm saying? Desirability politics is real, and DaniLeigh and her bullshit is a big example of how we have so much still to learn about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we need to do better for all of our brown skinned women out there. Go and stream Mimi's his baby mama. Go and stream Mimi's new song. It's fire. Mimi's new song is better than anything I've ever heard from DaniLeigh. I swear to God. So go support Mimi's music. Because DaniLeigh, nah, my man, that was trash. Come on. All right, moving on from DaniLeigh. Let me talk about Master P. So I think Master P came out last week or maybe the week before, and he was saying, you know, black people don't support nothing, and you know, if black people had created Clubhouse, nobody would have supported it, and nobody would have understood the vision, and we all would have clowned it, and we all wouldn't have brought it to where it is now, if black people had invented Clubhouse and not white people. And I was talking to my friend about this. She wanted to know my thoughts on it, and a part of me understood where he was coming from, because honestly, if we're being real, black people have had a history of not supporting our own people when it comes to business ventures. But I also told her I think that's more of an old school mindset. I think back in the day, black people had a hard time really working to actively and without question support our fellow brothers and sisters coming out with business ventures, because it was a different time. But I think now, like in the 2020s moving forward, like we're now in a time where like whenever we see black people are coming out with, you know, entrepreneurial initiatives out here, like whenever they come up with businesses, black people are supporting it. We're in an age where black people are supporting each other's businesses more than ever. So I honestly think that's just Master P coming from a place of kind of being hurt at maybe past business ventures that he had not really working out. I think that's where it's coming from. I honestly think it was coming from a really personal and hurt place of his stuff not working out. Like back in the 90s, early 2000s, Master P's businesses were going crazy. But now, Master P, like, you know, the whole No Limit, all that stuff with his business, it's been really quiet. Like, Master P, his family is still doing very well, but it's not, I don't think a lot of his business has the same type of clout it had back in the day when he was really at his peak. So I think that part of that is where he's coming from. I think he's just heard about that. But in terms of what he's saying with black people not supporting each other, I think that's a really played out narrative that's not that true anymore. Like, black people are supporting each other more than ever these days, you know what I'm saying? So I think Master P is wrong. If black people had invented Clubhouse, I think we would have supported regardless. It would have took time, as anything takes time to really support when, you know, it's a new idea or a new thing. But we would have supported. All my close friends, like, we are always looking for ways to support black-owned businesses and, you know, businesses that have black people at the head of it. Like, we're always looking for that. It's a new day and age where I think black people, we're more hungry to support each other more than ever, especially with everything going on with the Black Lives Matter movement and just with everything going on in the world. Like, we are trying to support each other as much as we can. You know what I'm saying? So, nah, I think that's a played out narrative. Master P, you're wrong. I get where you're coming from. You have somewhat of a point, because that's how it kind of used to be. But it's a different day and age now, and I don't think what Master P was saying was very true. But let me know what y'all think about that. Do y'all think he was right? Do y'all think he was wrong? And why? Now let's get into T.I. and Tiny. Lord in heaven. T.I. and Tiny. When I first heard this story, I was really shook, because we all know T.I. and Tiny have been such big, outspoken, you know, activists for sex trafficking. So when I heard about this story, I was just like, whoa. At the end of the day, where there's smoke, there's fire. And it's hard for me to look away from this story and say T.I. and Tiny are innocent, because of the sheer volume number of people that have come out against them. But at the same time, there were reports of a lot of people being fake victims of the situation, like people who lied about it. So there've been reports of that. And also, the way Sabrina, I think the woman's name is Sabrina, the way Sabrina's come out against T.I. and Tiny, it has been looking real personal. You know what I'm saying? So that always will play out in the back of my mind, because, you know, we've seen this time and time again where, you know, somebody who's an unknown gets with the celebrity who's of a big name status, and things go sour in the relationship, whether they were friends or lovers or whatever. Things go sour, and then they'll come out, you know, all this time later and say, oh, this person abused me, or this person raped me, or this person, you know, did whatever to me. They hurt me. They manipulated me. They took advantage of me, or whatever. But there's more to the story than that. You know, coming from a place of being hurt about what happened between y'all. So there's also that in the mix as well. So I don't really know what to think about with the story. You know, T.I. and Tiny, they got kids. They all got mad kids between them. They freaking like run Black Atlanta. So if this story is really true, this has been going on for a while. I'm kind of surprised that it came out now. You know, and I'm looking at people who are around T.I. and Tiny and saying, if it is true, how could it be kept so quiet for so long? But I also do think there's a good chance that all this is BS, and that Sabrina's just orchestrating this to get back at T.I. and Tiny because of her being hurt over how their relationship, you know, dissolved or whatever it was. Allegedly, she was a part of what was going on. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. This is all alleged, but I'm always gonna keep my eye on it because I just can't. The thing is, I can't believe T.I. and Tiny will be a part of a whole sex trafficking scandal, but I can't believe it at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So I'm torn. But let me know what y'all think about this T.I. and Tiny scandal. Do y'all think there's some truth to this, or do y'all think this is all BS? Let me know. Woo, this food is good, y'all. This food is busting. Woo, yes, Lord. All right, y'all. Let's talk about one of my faves in the game. I mean, really, her and her sister are both, you know, my faves in the game, but you know, by herself, it still counts. Chloe Bailey. Queen, young queen, Chloe Bailey. Shout out to you, my mom. I love you so much, as does the world. People who have brains and people who have hearts, we all love you too. To anybody who has something to say about Chloe Bailey and her body, and her coming into her own sexuality and into her confidence or whatever, for any detractors who have something to say, y'all can go choke. Leave Chloe Bailey alone. Let that queen live her life. You know what it is though? You know why I was so confused when I first heard this shit about Chloe Bailey? I'm like, yo, how can anybody have something bad to say about Chloe Bailey? When you think about someone, her and her sister, when you think about artists in the game who literally are gorgeous, talented beyond belief, and who mind their business and don't bother nobody, Chloe and Halle are at the top of that freaking list. Are you kidding me? Chloe Bailey don't bother nobody. All she did was come out here with a little busting challenge that was fire. Came out here with a silhouette challenge that was fire. And y'all mad. Because y'all, the people who are mad, y'all mad because y'all won't even have a 10th of the beauty and the talent and the humbleness, but who can still achieve amazing things. Y'all will not have any of that. Y'all won't have a 10th of that the way Chloe Bailey has it. Chloe Bailey is gorgeous. And the fact that she was so honest and vulnerable about her just now growing into her, you know, not just accepting her beauty and really loving her beauty and her body and her curves and all that, and her cellulite, and really finally, you know, feeling comfortable and confident enough to really, you know, live in her sexuality as a grown woman now. She's not a kid no more. Like, her and her sister are not kids no more. They're grown. You know what I'm saying? Like, we watched them as kids, but they're grown now. Making grown music and doing grown shit. Leave them alone. Chloe Bailey, live your life, mama. We love you. I've never seen someone that is like Chloe. Like, I would, if I could trade souls with Chloe Bailey, I would in a second. What? I think I'm a handsome ass man. I think I'm talented. I think I'm going places. I think I am. But I feel like I can't light a candle to what Chloe's doing right now. Chloe is gorgeous. Has body for days. Minds her business, and mama can sing. Mama can write music. She can produce music. The beat that she made that last month, that beat that she made, I've not been able to get it out of my head. I'm telling you. But yo, what? That beat was fire. Mama can sing, write, produce. She's beautiful. Body for days. Can dance her ass off. Stage presence for days. Minds her business, and y'all mad at her? y'all just mad that y'all can't be here. Let's be honest. Y'all mad that y'all can't be here. And I feel you. I don't blame you, because like I said, if I could be Chloe Bailey, if I could be a woman, Chloe Bailey would be one of the people I'd be like, you know what, God, give me that soul. I'll be her. You know what I'm saying? What? Come on, man. Stop playing. Chloe Bailey, you are a God-given and God-sent angel to this earth. Your talent, your beauty, your charisma, you and your sister, unmatched. I'm looking forward to both of y'all becoming legends in this game. Both of y'all will going to be legends in this game. Come on, man. Like, their journey, their story is just getting started. I'm so excited to see how things play out for them. So, Chloe, all y'all motherfuckers who was hating on Chloe, leave her alone. Mind y'all business and go live y'all lives. God damn. Shit. Alright. Next thing I want to talk about is the Golden Globe and the SAG nominations. So y'all know I'm a little movie buff. I'm a little cinephile, a low-key one, you know what I'm saying? So, first let's start with the Golden Globe nominations. I thought they were pretty bad. Really all over the place, and a lot of stupid snubs. I'll also say this, okay. Before I get into the Globes and the SAGs, I'll say for both award shows, justice for Paul Raci for both the Globes and the SAGs. Justice for Zendaya for both the Globes and the SAGs. And justice for Delroy Lindo for the Globes and the SAGs. I'm hoping all three will still end up popping up at the Oscars. I'm hoping all three will still pop up there as they deserve to be. But I think the snubs for Delroy Lindo, Zendaya, and Paul Raci at the Globes and the SAGs, both of them together, was really sad. I would have been okay with all of them being snubbed at one or the other. But for those three actors to be snubbed at the Globes and the SAGs, that was just whack as hell to me. Whack as hell. Like, come on, man. Come on. Especially Delroy Lindo. Especially Delroy. That was messed up. Because the Five Bloods got love, you know, in other places at the SAGs. And I think the Globes ignored the Five Bloods across the board, I think. Let me see. Am I wrong about that? Yeah, nothing for the Five Bloods at the Globes. But at least the SAGs, they nominated Chadwick, which was cool, but how can you nominate Chadwick and not nominate Delroy? And they nominated the Five Bloods for Ensemble, which is great. And also, yo, the SAG Ensemble, I'm all over the place, but I'm all over the place, I'm sorry, but follow me. The SAG Ensemble Award was great this year. I love the five they picked. They picked the Five Bloods, Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, Minari, One Night Miami, and the Child of Chicago 7. I loved it. Perfect five. I loved it. But I was mad about those snubs. And Michaela Coel for I May Destroy You. I haven't seen that show yet, but I'm planning to watch it because everyone says it's amazing. So I'm watching it at some point. But she got snubbed at the Globes. But at least she got love at the SAG, so that was good. Shout out to the SAGs. I feel like the SAG nominations were way better than the Globes. The Globes are trash, but the SAGs were way better. Besides the three songs I talked about. Some good things about the Globes and the SAGs. I'm loving All the Love for Promising a Woman. That was a great movie, so I'm glad it's getting love. Even though a lot of people probably thought it wasn't getting love, but I'm glad they got love because they're all great films. That's a great film. I'm really happy for Andra Day getting at the Globes. I love that. Shout out to Andra Day. I'm happy for Dane Kaluuya getting at the Globes and the SAGs. Excited about that. And Viola Davis, Chadwick Boseman, they both did well at the Globes and SAGs. Yeah, a lot of things are pretty standard. Shout out to Riz Ahmed. I'm happy for him. Shout out to Riz Ahmed. But and shout out to Steve Ewan getting into the SAGs. At the end of the day, I'm not mad at it. I'm happy he got into the SAGs, but I just wish Gary Oldman, even though I thought his performance in Mank was cool, I don't feel like he should be the top 5 in the best actor race right now. I don't feel like he's in the top 5 for me. I feel like the top 5 for me is Chadwick Boseman, Anthony Hopkins, Riz Ahmed, Delroy Lindo, and then that 5th spot can go to either Steven Yeun or Gary Oldman. But I just feel like Gary Oldman getting at the Globes and the SAGs while Delroy Lindo got snubbed at both was whack. Like, Gary Oldman's performance was okay to me. You know, and Mank to me was a cool movie, like, aesthetically, but in terms of like the narrative and how it felt and Gary Oldman's performance, I'm not mad he's in. But okay, how about this? If Gary Oldman makes it into Oscars, I'm not mad. but Dorlinda better be there. I'll just say that. You know what I'm saying? So the SAGs were pretty good. I'm surprised they nominated Amy Adams over Zendaya, but you know, whatever. That's what it is. So yeah, overall. Oh yeah, and Jared Leto. Okay, so I watched The Little Things last night, and towards the end, I was falling asleep a little bit, like just a tiny bit, so maybe I didn't get the full experience, but I thought Jared Leto's performance was amazing. Well, not amazing, but really good. I thought he was really in that character. I love what he did with that character. He was really good in that movie, but I thought the movie was like alright. Jared Leto, to me, I feel like his performance was great, but I don't know. I just feel like it didn't. I don't know. It didn't feel like it should be nominated at the Globes and the SAGs. I would have been okay with one or the other, but I don't feel like Jared should have been in both awards. You know what I'm saying? While Paul Raci got nothing again. You know what I'm saying? So there was some clear snubs this year, like there always are every year. But a lot of good stuff happened with the Globes and the SAGs. But I don't know. Some clear snubs, namely Paul Raci, Zendaya, and Dorlinda. But some good stuff happened too. I'm not gonna talk about the TV side of the Globes and SAGs because I don't really care that much about the TV side. Because a lot of the stuff that they nominate is not stuff I really watch like that. Some stuff I watch, but not everything. You know, so I don't feel like I'm that versed enough to talk about the TV side. Yeah, I'll say overall, I feel like the SAGs were a lot better than the Globes. The Globes they subbed a lot of people. Oh yeah, and also the inclusion of music and best comedy musical film. That's a movie. That's a movie that no one was talking about. Shout out to Sia. I love you, Sia, but like nobody was talking about that movie. And then the fact that they didn't nominate Leslie Odom Jr. in Hamilton, that was another snub that a lot of people talked about too. But yeah, man, a lot of stuff we're gonna see at the Oscars. But overall, I really wish they didn't snub those people I talked about. But yeah, but let me know what y'all thought about the SAGs and about the Globes. For all my people who are into TV shows and movies, let me know what y'all thought about the nominations, and I'll talk with y'all in the comments below. Okay. And I will be trying to get my Oscar predictions out. I'm hoping by the end of the month, because I think nominations are coming out like early mid-March. I'm hoping to get my nomination predictions out at the end of the month, and we'll see what I come up with. But yeah, so look out for that video. Hopefully that'll come soon at the end of the month for all my people who are into, you know, movies and all that stuff. Shout out to y'all. All right, y'all. And speaking of movies, I just want to mention some movies and TV shows that I've watched lately that I want y'all to get into. First up is Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. Please get into that. It's on Netflix with Viola Davis and Chadwick Boseman. Please watch it. Amazing film. As someone who's invested in, you know, as someone who's really passionate about the intersection between music, you know, the creators, and, you know, ownership and all that stuff, I really loved what Ma Rainey's Black Bottom was getting at with that movie. I loved the movie. The ending was crazy, but I thought that the ending was very poetic. So I'll say that. This food is good, y'all. So yeah, Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. If you're not watching the movie, please go watch it on Netflix. It's amazing. One of my favorite movies of last year. And also One Night in Miami. Shout out to Regina King. Shout out to Eli Gorey. Shout out to Aldous Hodge. Shout out to Leslie Odom Jr. And shout out to Kingsley Ben-Adir. Shout out to y'all, man. Amazing cast and amazing crew that put together an amazing film. One Night in Miami was a great film. As a black man, One Night in Miami really spoke to me, and I really loved how it got at the idea of not just black men, but people of all races and all parts of the world who identify, you know, whether you identify as being black, or you identify as being Latino, you identify as being white, or whatever you identify as, the counterparts in the people in your group, how you guys can have different opinions and different ways of wanting to improve society, but really just learning to, you know, really learning and kind of being okay with trying to improve the world in your own way. We don't always have to do things the same way. We can all have different opinions. We can all have different ways of, you know, wanting to improve our people and the conditions for the people that we care about in the world. But we don't have to do it from the same place. We don't have to do it in the same way, and that's okay. But just doing what you can in your own way to the best of your ability is all that we can ask for from each other as people. You know what I'm saying? So I love what that movie was getting at. The dialogue in that movie was, even though there wasn't a lot going on with like with the sets, because it was kind of like at like one location, that script, the dialogue was gold. Regina King's direction was amazing. For that to be her first film Regina King, you continue to amaze us, and I cannot wait to see what you do in the future because you are a brilliant filmmaker. Regina King, one of our modern greats. I love her so much. I'm excited for her in this movie. I love what all those guys did in it. My favorite, honestly, was Eli Gorey. I'm sorry. Otis Hodge was amazing. Leslie Odom Jr., I loved you as Sam Cooke, and I'm rooting for you to get the Oscar. You'll at least be nominated because you deserve it. And Kingsley Ben-Adir was amazing as well, but my personal favorite was Eli Gorey. Eli Gorey's portrayal as Muhammad Ali Cassius Clay was so, like, it was so fun and engaging to watch on screen. It was amazing. I loved it. So yeah, that movie was amazing. One of my favorites of this whole Oscar period as well. So definitely go watch that. It's on Amazon Prime. If you have access to Amazon Prime, please go watch it. Amazing film. Shout out to Regina King. And also Minari. I watched Minari a few days ago. Another amazing film as well. Really quiet, beautiful indie film about a Korean family moving to America in the 80s and the struggles that come along with trying to, like, just, you know, stay afloat financially and trying to keep their family together. And they also brought in the grandmother from Korea as well to live with them. Beautiful film. I really hope Young Yejun gets nominated at the Oscars. I would love for her to get nominated. She deserves it. Stephen Yeun was great as well. Shout out to Stephen Yeun from The Walking Dead fame. I love that man. Great actor. He did so good in that movie as well. The kids were great as well. Shout out to Yeri Han. She was amazing as the wife. I love that film. Really nice, small indie film that was just amazing. I loved it. So definitely go check that out as well if you can. Really good film. And like I said, I watched The Little Things recently. It was alright to me. I loved Jared Leto in it. I thought all the acting was great. Like, I thought, like, Denzel was great in it. Rami Malek was great in it. I thought all the acting was great. But for me, the pacing and the script was just too, it was just too off for me. I feel like the pacing was really off. Like, it was really slow in the beginning, and then it ramped up, like, in the middle and the end. And then the writing was just like, it just wasn't engaging. It was just really cookie, like, really, like, I don't know, the writing was just dry. It was really cookie cutter, like, really just, like, really boring writing. So it was really a boring script, but the acting was what saved the movie. The acting was great. I just wish they had better material to work off of, you know? Alright. So that's movies I've been watching lately. Now shows I'm watching. I want to talk about Your Honor. One of my favorite shows out right now. I think it's on Showtime. Your Honor is such an amazing show. Shout out to Bryan Cranston, legend. Every Sunday I'm catching Your Honor. Amazing show. I love it. That show is thrilling. Please get into it if you haven't already. A great show that examines how power politics intersects with race and racism, and also, like, betrayal and loyalty and perception in society. It's such a dope show that analyzes so many beautiful things at so many dope intersections. That show has amazing writing, amazing performances, really great direction, really good show. Your Honor, every Sunday I'll be ready to watch that show. I'll tell you, check out Your Honor if you're not ready. Great show. What else am I watching? I'm watching a lot of stuff lately. Some things I'm watching on Disney Plus. I'm watching The Proud Family every once in a while on Disney Plus. And on Hulu, I'm watching Malcolm in the Middle. One of my favorite shows growing up. I've been on a 2000s binge lately. I don't know why. Like, Girlfriends, I'm watching occasionally on Netflix. Like, a lot of, like, the early 2000s shows I've really been watching lately. I've loved being transported back to that time in my life where life was easier, things were simpler and better. So yeah, I like watching all these early 2000s shows that just take back to my childhood like that. So yeah, on Disney Plus, I'm watching Proud Family, Malcolm in the Middle on Hulu, Girlfriends on Netflix. Hopefully at some point I'll get into One-on-One, Half and Half as well on Netflix. I'm watching all these early 2000s shows that were just amazing. So those I watch when I have some downtime. What else am I watching? Let's see. The Challenge, Double Agents, I'm watching that. The Challenge is one of my favorite shows of all time. I'm watching The Challenge. I love that show. For Life, I think I'm like an episode or two behind, but I've been watching the new season of For Life. Great show. Let's see. All American, new season just started up. I'm watching that. Shout out to All American. Shout out to Snowpiercer. I'm watching that as well. I love Snowpiercer. Alright, so that's all the shows I'm watching. Let's end off the video talking about music. So, it's been quiet as hell for music, but let's get into it. I'll start off by saying, please go check out my boy Debo's new album, Debo Season. One of my homies, amazing rapper. He just put out a new project called Debo Season. Go check it out. He put it out last month. So that's a project that dropped in January that I definitely want to put y'all on. Debo, such a good rapper from Boston. Or from Worcester, I think. Shout out to Debo. You killed it, my guy. Great album. I'm looking forward to you doing great things in the game. So go check out my guy Debo's album, Debo Season. He killed it. Alright. And now for other albums that dropped in January. Dvsn dropped the deluxe version of their album Amusing Her Feelings, but they called it Amusing in Her Feelings. No, Amusing Her Feelings, yeah. Cool project. They only added like 4 new songs to the album. And I have to admit, I wasn't really feeling He Said and She Said like that. I know He Said It, I think that's the one that has Miguel in it. That track wasn't bad. I wasn't feeling like that, but they weren't bad, but I thought they were okay. But I really love the tracks, the cover of Kings of Leon, You Somebody record. I love that song. And I love the other track on that album, on the deluxe version. What's it called? What's the other song on the deluxe version that they have? Blessings. I like that track. I like that track too. You'll be saying Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Shout out to Dvsn. I appreciate the deluxe version of your album. It was pretty cool. Zayn dropped this album, Nobody's Listening, and funny enough in itself, that title imitated life because the album kind of flopped for someone of his standard, in the game as like a pop star. Yeah, the album kind of flopped, but it wasn't a bad album, just kind of like a very subdued, chill R&B type, a pop album with R&B vibes on it. It wasn't bad, but it was okay. I like a lot of the tracks. I like the tracks Better, Vibes. When Love's Around with Sid is pretty cool. Unfuckwithable is cool as well. I like that track. I like Windowsill a lot. Tightrope was cool. Yeah, a lot of cool tracks on this album, but there were some filler as well. I didn't like the first track. I didn't like the third track. I didn't like the sixth track. Yeah, a couple tracks I didn't like. But overall, his album wasn't bad. But go check it out if you're interested in Zayn from One Direction fame. His album was okay. There's not a lot dropping these days, so I gotta talk about what came out. You know what I'm saying? Next up is Jake&Papa. Jake&Papa dropped a cool little EP called Blackberry Winter. They're a really dope R&B duo that I recommend y'all check out. I love them. If y'all remember the group called Brother from BT back in the day, that show that I forgot what the show was called, but Brother had a show back in the day on BT. But yeah, they're from the group Brother with all their brothers, but they are a really dope R&B duo that's been doing the thing now for years. I love their music. So their album came out called Blackberry Winter, a really cool project. I think my favorite tracks are probably I don't know, I'd say probably Solo, Higher with Kenyon Dixon. I love that track. Higher is dope as well. Maybe So Far Gone as well. Yeah, so go check out that EP, Blackberry Winter, really cool project. Oh, y'all, it's getting dark. Let me finish up the video. So I'm gonna finish up the video by talking about the albums that came out in the last week of January. First up, we're gonna talk about PARTYNEXTDOOR's EP Colors. I didn't realize this was like a mixture of like 2 previous projects that came out back in like 2014 and 2017 for PARTYNEXTDOOR. Colors and Colors 2, I think. But this EP was okay. I think a lot of people loved it, but I thought it was alright. I wasn't really feeling the first 4 tracks off the first EP, the first side, and the first track on the second side. So I know y'all probably like the tracks with Travis Scott and Cash Out, but I didn't like those tracks. Yeah, I didn't like Let's Get Married. I didn't like Girl from Oakland. I didn't really like Just Know. I didn't like Don't Worry. And I didn't like Peace of Mind. But I did like all the other tracks on the second side. So I liked Freaking You. I liked Low Battery, and I liked Rendezvous. To me, those tracks were vibes. But the other tracks, I just thought either the production was whack, or like it was just boring, or like kind of like there was like too much going on with the track, But I still rock with Party, but to me those tracks were okay. So yeah, let me know what y'all thought about Colors. Did y'all love it? Did y'all hate it? Did y'all think it was okay like me? Let me know. I feel like PARTYNEXTDOOR has a lot of fans, but I feel like y'all be quiet whenever he puts out music. Rich the Kid put out a new EP called Lucky 7. This EP was okay too. A lot of mid music came out in January. Like a lot of mid music that was alright came out in January. There's not really been a lot of fire dropping lately. Like artists are just not trying to drop right now. I don't blame them. It's a weird time to drop music. People aren't really interested in trying to like really vibe out right now. A lot of stuff going on in the world. I get it. So it's been quiet for music, but it is what it is. Yeah, so I didn't like the track Split. I didn't like Laughing with the Baby. I didn't like Money Machine. But I did like the other tracks on the EP. So I liked Boom Boom with Lil Mosey. I liked Right I like Nasty with Ruby Rose, Flo Milli, and Mulatto. Big Lotto. And shout out to Mulatto. I'm happy she's changing her name. I'm assuming it'll be Big Lotto, which I think is a great name as well. And speaking of DaniLeigh, shout out to Mulatto. Mulatto is an example of how when you mess up as an artist, when you mess up and you do something that offends people but you didn't mean to do it, you shut the hell up, you take accountability, you change what you're doing, and you move forward. Easy, like it's a very simple process. Shout out to Mulatto for being a big girl and being mature about her shit and saying, you know what, I'm offending people, I didn't mean to, so you know what I'm gonna do? Even though it's a really big thing to change your name at this stage in her career, which is very true, because you know she has brand deals, stuff like that. It's very hard to change her artist's name at this point in her career, which already has like all that clout around her name. But at the same time, because you know she's offending people, she's doing the right thing and saying, you know what, I'm not gonna offend people no more. I'm gonna change my name, and we're gonna do this thing right. So I'm very proud of Mulatto for recognizing how her name was offending a lot of people, because her name wasn't good at all. I've always said that to people, like, I love Mulatto's music. I think she's a great rapper. I love her presence. I think she can be a dope star, but that name just isn't it. It's not going to be the name you want for yourself if you're trying to become like a legend. Like, it's not the name you want. But I think she can do great things in this game. So I'm looking forward to her changing her name, and she did it the right way. You know what I'm saying? And DaniLeigh, take notes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so that's Rich the Kid's album, Lucky 7. It was his EP. It was okay. And the last album I want to talk about is Celeste's album, Not Your Muse. All right, y'all. Let me clear my throat for this one, because listen, I talked about January being a dry month for music, but listen, Celeste dropped what I think will be one of the most beautiful, exquisite, well thought out, and just beautifully executed albums, like pop, R&B albums, soul albums of this year. Celeste's album, Not Your Muse, is beautiful. For those of y'all who don't know Celeste is a British, you know, R&B pop soul singer who just put out her debut album called Not Your Muse. That's been in the making for a while now. She was trying to put it out sometime last year, but the pandemic delayed it. But she finally put it out at the end of January, and her album is sublime. When I tell you guys, Celeste is one of my favorite voices in music right now. Her voice is insane. The rasp, the grittiness, but the clarity of her voice is insane. Celeste gives me like new age Billie Holiday, Ella Fitzgerald, you know, like that type of vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like a classic soulful voice that you know when you hear it, and it just resonates through your soul and just sounds good on any like good record. Like her voice is, yeah. Celeste is an amazing artist. I'm looking forward to seeing what she does in the game. She's one of my favorite voices in music right now. Like when I heard this album, I just sat down and listened to it, and I was just like, I was blown away by how beautiful her voice is. And she's a great songwriter too. These songs are written so beautifully. They're so introspective and so poetic and so layered, so well thought out, so well arranged. Yeah, her and her producers came out with some great songs for this album, and this album really is amazing from head to toe. Some of my favorite tracks off this album, Strange is a beautiful song, beautiful ballad. Tonight, I love the track Tonight. Stop This Flame, that was my BSM 13, I love that track. Love Is Back, I love that song. A Kiss is a great song, so beautifully written. I love that song. And also, yeah, Little Love is great too. And then she has on the Deluxe version, she has like a bunch of bonus tracks that are all great too as well. I love the tracks. I think I want to say Lately, Both Sides of the Moon, Unseen. I love that track. Beautiful track with great production. In the Summer of My Life, produced by Terrace Martin. I love In the Summer of My Life, a great track. And also Hear My Voice off the Chicago Chicago 7 soundtrack, which also got nominated for a Golden Globe as well. And also shout out to her for getting nominated for a Golden Globe for her song off the Judas and Black Messiah movie, which I can't wait to watch that when it comes out later this month. I'm excited for that. Shout out to her for getting nominated for a Golden Globe. And Andre Day as well. She got nominated for the Billie Holiday movie for not only acting, but also for the song she wrote for the movie called Tigers and Tweed. Shout out to Andre Day. Shout out to Raphael Sadiq for help writing it and produce it. Shout out to y'all. So there was some good Golden Globe nominations, even through all the trash. But yeah, man. So yeah, Celeste's album, Not Your Muse. I'm telling you, if there's one album that y'all go check out of all the stuff I talked about, please go check out Celeste's album, Not Your Muse. And definitely gonna be still my favorite albums that came out this year. Such a great project, beautiful project that she put her foot into. You could tell they really took their time with this project to really put together the right songs. They really like let a lot of these songs really slow cook. It was a beautiful project, so definitely go check it out. But yeah, man, that's the last I want to talk about. I think it's getting dark as hell, so let me get off this camera. I'm sorry, y'all. I got through most of this food, so that's good. Shout out to me. But yeah, man, this Chipotle was good as hell. But yeah, man, so that was episode 17 of The Drop. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what y'all thought about all the stuff I talked about. From all the hot topics, the TV shows, movies I talked about, the music I talked about. Let me know what y'all thought about all that stuff down below in the comments. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. And like always, guys, like I always say, live your best life. Drink more water. Stay woke. And if you're mad or sad, go listen to your favorite song, make you feel better, okay? Go listen to your favorite song. And please, guys, we're in a pandemic. Please wear your mask, wash your hands, and social distance as much as you can, okay? Wear your mask, wash your hands, and social distance as much as you can. Please, y'all, in a pandemic, do the right thing. And when it's time to get vaccinated, please get vaccinated, okay? Appreciate y'all. And if you haven't already, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any uploads, okay? Appreciate y'all. Alright, y'all, but this has been your boy Bright, the R&B Kid. Thank you for watching. But for now, I'm signing off, baby. Bye, y'all. Peace.
I came to vibe, you came to function, just do that, baby. Don't worry about nothing, no, 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 no. I came to vibe, you came to function, just do that, baby. Don't worry about nothing, no, no, no. Relax just a little bit. You don't gotta worry, you can just